If you're using ChatGPT for quick prompts and random ideas, you're leaving about 90% of its power unused. I use ChatGPT as a business assistant with system for research, content, products, funnels, and operations. And in this video, I'll show you exactly how those systems work with the prompts, with the structure, and the one step almost everyone gets wrong. And quick note before we start, everything I'm about to show you becomes 10x more powerful when your content actually performs. And that's why I built the GPT viral pipeline system, the exact ChatGPT workflow that helped me to generate more than 10 million views across all my content. If you want to add this into your system, while you build the workflows I'm showing today, click the first link in the description. Because one of these systems, especially the last one, quietly replaced hours of my weekly workload and completely changed how I run my business day by day. The first thing ChatGPT handles for me is research. Not surface level ideas, actual business intelligence. This is the system that tells me what to create, what to sell, and what people are actually looking for. For example, here is the prompt. Act as a senior market analyst. Context, niche, insert your niche here, audience, your target audience, and product. Here's your core offer. And then here's our tasks. First, identify demand trends for the next 90 days. 2. List the top pains, desires, and objections. 3. Find hidden content gaps competitors miss. 4. Give 5 angles with high buying intent. And the last one, map the audience path from cold to customer. In a format, clear bullet points, no filler, and actionable insights only. This gives me a 90-day content and product roadmap. No guessing, no scrolling, and no what should I make next. Next, I use ChatGPT to structure my weekly content output. Not to write my content, but to remove all the thinking from planning. And here's the exact prompt I would use. Act as my content strategist. The context, audience, creators plus business owners. Tone, clear and direct, and focus warming up for your product. Tasks 1. Create a weekly plan. 1 YouTube video plus 2 shorts. 2. Add hooks, angles, talking points, and CTAs. 3. Tie each piece to the audience buying journey. And 4. Suggest B-roll ideas for each section. And do it in a format, table layout, short bullet, and no fluff. This creates a system. I record, I publish, I stay consistent. So, that being said, ChatGPT handles the structure, I handle the creation. And this is where ChatGPT saves me the most time. I don't use it to create my expertise. I use it to structure and organize it so someone can actually learn from it. And here's the exact prompt. Act as a curriculum architect. The context is product topic, here's your product topic, audience skill level, their level, and core transformation. Basically the result they want to achieve. Tasks. First, break the transformation into 3 to 5 modules. 2. Add lessons inside each module. 3. Add action steps plus checkpoints. 4. Suggest templates or worksheets. And 5. Tell me where video or text works best. In a format, module, lessons, actions, and assets. This cuts planning time from days to hours. The structure is done, all I do is make it mine. Then ChatGPT helps me turn content into customers. This is the system that most creators never built. And here's the exact prompt I would use. Act as a lifecycle strategist. Context, offer, here's my core offer, audience state, cold, problem aware or solution aware, and tone, warm and educational. And your tasks? First, create a 5-email warm-up sequence. 2. Include trust builder, identify shift value, belief shift, and soft pitch. And 3. Each email must have one actionable takeaway. Make it in a format, subject line, 3 to 5 short paragraph, and clean and personal. And this exact system builds trust and momentum. So, when I'm ready to sell something, the audience is already warmed up. This is the system that changed everything for me. Whenever I create a workflow, I turn it into a clean SOP using ChatGPT. This is how I keep my business consistent without micromanaging. And here is the exact prompt I would use. Act as an operations manager. Context, workflow, past not here, and team size, your team size. And tasks, first, turn this into a step-by-step SOP. 2. Add tools and responsibilities. 3. Add quality checks for each major step. 4. Suggest automation opportunities. And 5. Create a simplified, quick reference version and make it in a format bullets, steps, tools, and clean. This exact system replaced hours of repeating myself, rewriting instructions, and trying to remember how did I do this last time. This is the one that changed how I run my business day to day. When you combine research, content, products, funnels, and operations, ChatGPT stops being a prompt tool. It becomes an assistant you actually rely on, a system you can build a business around. If you want the prompting structure behind everything I just showed, the exact way I talk to ChatGPT to get consistent, high-quality outputs, watch this video next. It breaks down the role, context, question, format method I use every single day.